Hey, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. So here we are again, watching another Amazon Lord of the Rings video. The first one we watched was really good. Go check it out. It'll be in the Lord of the Rings playlist, amongst other amazing reactions, if I may say so myself. Be sure to subscribe if you've enjoyed the vibes. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers before my birthday on August the 13th. I believe in us. I believe we can do it. So hit that beautiful red button. Be sure to check out Tolkien Tube as well. Go subscribe to them. They make great content. And yeah, very quickly, as you can see, I googled at the top Amazon Lord of the Rings show. When I googled Amazon Lord of the Rings show, all I saw was doom this, failure that. It's gonna be awful. This isn't gonna work. Oh no. Yikes. It was just so much negativity, and I'm fine with negativity. I'm fine with people, not liking stuff. That's fine. We're humans. That's how we work. But jeez, was it hard to find someone who at least seemed to be a little bit optimist. Now you guys probably know I'm an optimistic person, I'd like to think. I'm looking forward to this show. As long as it's average or above average or good, that's a success to me. Because well, the best way to look at it is this. If a kid our age, like us back in the day when we first watched Lord of the Rings, watches this show and thinks, you know what? This might be amazing. I want to watch Lord of the Rings, the old ones, or I want to read the Lord of the Rings books, or I want to watch the Hobbit movies. Then that's a success to me, But who knows? It could be a complete failure. It could be an 18+ show. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. But yeah, I always like to think I'm an optimist. And this was the first title. So shout out to Tolkien Tube, where it was just like, the guy literally had to write The Lord of the Rings on Prime isn't doomed. So he's probably like, geez, it's just everywhere as well. Two things, quick note. You guys may have noticed I've got a new setup. I hope you like the vibes, the new frame and stuff like that. I feel like it's a lot less intrusive. And I've got a new audio setup as well. Let me know if this is too quiet, too loud, or it's just right. Now, here's the important part. Before we get into this. So, the Lord of the Rings show is going to be on Amazon Prime. Correct? Correct. If you've got Amazon Prime, I ask you to do one thing and one thing for me. And I'd greatly appreciate it. A lot of people don't know this. If you've got Amazon Prime, you have something called a free Twitch subscription. It's called Twitch Prime. Because Twitch and Amazon work together now. I stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/OmarioRpg. I'll leave a link in the description on how you can subscribe to me on Twitch completely free of charge because you're on Amazon Prime. Yep, a lot of people don't know about this. So if you, instead of giving Jeff Bezos money, want to give me the money out of support, I'd greatly appreciate that. Click the link in the description. It's so simple. It takes about 20 seconds. And all you've got to do is resubscribe. You just got to click the button once a month. When it runs out, you've got to redo it. Because the Twitch Prime doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Beep, boop, 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 boop. It doesn't automatically subscribe. Basically, if you're new to what Twitch is and have no idea, it's basically a YouTube membership. You pay to subscribe to someone. But with Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free to one of your favorite Twitch streamers. So if I'm your favorite, then hey, I'd really appreciate it. If not, then go and subscribe to someone else on Twitch. Like I said, you're basically wasting money not doing it, right? You've got a $5, because that's how much it costs to subscribe on Twitch. You've got a $5 there, and you're just not using it, right? It's like you've got a $5 in your wallet, and you're just not using it, right? So give me the $5. It's free of charge. I'll leave a little tutorial at the end on how to do it if you fancy doing that. I'm assuming we all have Amazon Prime, because we're all going to watch the heck out of this show. Enough of that. Let's get into this. Whew. Here we go.
Is The Lord of the Rings on Prime doomed to be a horrible series? Will it be ruined by inexperienced showrunners and actors, explicit content, perhaps being political? What you see on the screen are mostly doubtful.
You will accept Sam. What? Hoping to see Numenor and that it's not turned into another Game of Thrones. So I have no hope for this show. Don't tell me they're doing the fourth. Oh, God. What's this one about dwarves? We also need African Numenorians and pansexual dwarves that can lecture. What?
Suspicious or gloomy comments I've received about the show. Proportionately, most people are worried about the show rather than hopeful, at least ways on this channel. Now, I actually agree with some of these comments, especially the ones I've hearted, and I have not made this video to spite or make fun of anyone, rather to correct all false information out there and, ideally, raise hopes. Also, thanks to all of these people for commenting, and especially the public subscribers. If you are not already subscribed, please be sure to do so below, and also leave a comment and like the video. Most of the complaints about the show are as follows.
Okay.
It might include nudity and adult content.
God, I really was hoping it wouldn't. You know what I loved about the first Lord of the Rings, about the Lord of the Rings movies? Is that I could happily watch it knowing I could just watch it with my little brother. Right? He was scared of Gollum, bless him. And you know, I fast forward the scenes of Arwen and Aragorn, you know, tell them to look away when they're kissing and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just small, tiny things, right? There's no, you know. The only nipples you're seeing are Gollum's, if he has any. So, I'm not sure I like this. I'm not sure I like this. But we carry on.
It might not be faithful to the original canon. Its cast and crew members are inexperienced and or bad.
I'm fine
A
with
few
that.
members of the show like Tom Budge and Thomas Shippey have left. And lastly, the very, very big one. Will it be political? First off, with the show having nudity and adult content in it. Well, a while ago there was a call for nude actors as well as a call for an intimacy coordinator in New Zealand, where the show is being filmed. Obviously, this was a little bit worrying, but we soon learned that the call for nude actors was in another film. There is still the intimacy coordinator issue, but just because there's an intimacy coordinator does not mean that there will be anything inappropriate in the show.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if the actors do so little as kiss, an intimacy coordinator is required.
Yeah.
So to say that there will be anything truly bad in the show is making a mountain out of a molehill. Additionally, the Tolkien estate has the power to veto anything they don't like about the show, so, naturally, being a Catholic family, they would veto any such content.
There you go.
Thankfully. Next,
there you go.
The show might not be faithful to the canon. On this topic, Thomas Shippey has revealed the most, with his following statement. Amazon has a relatively free hand when it comes to adding something, since, as I said, very few details are known about this time span. The Tolkien estate will insist that the main shape of the Second Age is not altered.
Okay.
Sauron invades Eriador, is forced back by a Númenórean expedition, and returns to Númenor. There he corrupts the Númenóreans and seduces them to break the ban of the Valar. All this, the course of history, must remain
It's going to be
the
so
same.
good if they get it right.
You can add new characters and ask a lot of questions, like, what has Sauron done in the meantime? Where was he after Morgoth was defeated? Theoretically, Amazon can answer these questions by inventing answers, since Tolkien did not describe it. But it must not contradict anything which Tolkien did say. That's what Amazon has to watch out for.
Let's think here. In the Lord of the Rings movies, there were little things, just little tiny touches, that I wasn't even aware of that people told me. Like, let me try and think of one on top of that. You know, the water spell with the horses. That wasn't Arwen who casted that in the books, but in the movies, they just made her do it just because it was a little bit easier, right? So maybe it could just be tiny, small things like that. You know what I mean? So, you never know. You never know.
It must be canonical. It is impossible to change the boundaries which Tolkien has created. It is necessary to remain, quote, Tolkienian.
Nice.
The gist of what Shippey was saying was that they cannot change what was made although they can add in new characters and such, which would be very, very much needed. I would like to see this show be as accurate as possible, but it simply isn't feasible for the show not to add in new elements. If that statement hasn't changed your mind about the show yet, this will. The Tolkien estate keeps a very careful eye on everything and is quite capable of saying no. They retain a veto over everything that concerns Tolkien. So the Tolkien estate can certainly prevent anything they don't like about the story. Because they still hold very dear Tolkien's works, we have every reason to believe that they will keep Amazon accurate.
Okay,
Additionally,
that's
the Tolkien
good.
estate has
That's
been
really
very
good.
aggressive legally, so we know that they will punish Amazon if they defy the terms of their agreement. Yes, Amazon is a very large company, but whatever documents they've signed are binding.
Yep.
This veto, of course, applies to other points, such as the show being political. A while ago, Tom Shippey, a Tolkien scholar, left the show, causing a lot of worry. Most people took this as Amazon not wanting to be accurate, but from Corey Olsen, we know that this situation is not as black and white as it seems. I'm not going to throw out any theories of what might have happened to Shippey's position, partially out of respect for him, but there is a lot that could have happened. Next, some
What
fear
happened,
that the
though?
show's cast and crew members are too inexperienced and unskilled.
I'm fine with this. I'm not gonna lie. In Game of Thrones, I didn't know anyone. I can't think of one. You know who I did know? He wasn't even an actor. The Mountain. I'm trying to think. Did I know anybody in Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones? I didn't know anyone. I don't think. Maybe I'd seen them here and there in a movie. Maybe I remembered a face. Like Tyrion. I think he was in an Adam Sandler movie.
The only thing I can say to this is trust in whoever hired the cast and crew members.
Yeah.
After all, the minimum production cost is $1 billion.
Damn.
And the rights to the show were bought for $250 million.
Damn.
So, they're not going to settle for anyone but the best when it comes to cast and crew members. Also, Morfydd Clark, who plays Galadriel, recently got nominated for a BAFTA Rising Star Award.
Oh, a
So
BAFTA.
congratulations to her for that.
Oh, nice.
To conclude, I doubt that Amazon would entrust a bunch of B-rated actors and showrunners with well over $1 billion. They are very likely the best of the best. Now, multiple actors and crew members have left the set of The Lord of the Rings on Prime,
This is what
causing
worries
a
me.
lot of doubt and a lot of worry. Tom Shippey, Tom Budge, Will Poulter, John Howe, Brian Cogman, and
Oh, Will Poulter left? Oh, no.
a few other producers have all left the show. All naturally, I might add.
He's the guy out of Detroit, right?
I've already talked all I can about Tom Shippey, and now I would add that his absence could be nothing more than his job being done, although it might not be. Tom Budge, who is 39, was an actor for the show, announcing his departure with the following statement. It is with great sadness that I am writing to tell you I have departed Amazon's Lord of the Rings television series. After recently seeing the first episodes shot over the last year, Amazon has decided to go in another direction with the character I was portraying. And I sincerely thank the extraordinary cast and crew for their love, support, and friendship over what has been a very difficult and unusual experience.
Interesting.
Alas, some things just cannot be. We can tell from this that there are likely no hurt feelings, nor was Tom Budge fired. Rather, he just didn't like what was happening with his character. Presumably, Tom Budge only played a minor role, so if worst comes to worst, this means that they will only have to do some reshoots. It is not a cause for worry.
Okay.
Will Poulter is a
it is him.
28-year-old actor who had the codename Beldor on the series. He has acted in many movies and shows, such as Narnia and Maze Runner. He left very, very early on, possibly before he was even in a single shot.
Damn.
So there is no harm done there. Many thought he would be Elrond in the show, so his absence was
Really?
at first worrying.
Oh, that's a
But as
shame.
I said, he left too early for this to be an issue. Additionally, he left because of a scheduling conflict. He wasn't fired, nor did he leave unamicably.
Oh, I feel like he's gonna regret that. The old scheduling conflict, man.
Next, John Howe has also left the series. John Howe is a 63-year-old Tolkien illustrator
Oh,
and
no.
artist. This is something he is recorded of saying from the official Lord of the Rings on Prime Reddit. Designing the Second Age is going to be a challenge. The showrunners are determined to remain faithful to the existing trilogies and the spirit of the books. It is a huge project and a very different project from a feature film. I did the map that was on Amazon. We did a big map of Numenor. We made 2 mistakes. I was working with Tom Shippey, a Tolkien scholar, a very solid historian who reads Norse and Icelandic. Tom worked so hard researching all these elements that we needed to integrate into this map. We have a map of Numenor and a map of Middle-earth. It is amazing the scholarship that the fans are actually involved in. They are so passionate.
Yeah.
I think it probably comes from the fact that you can, with Tolkien, be passionate about it because his sources are serious sources. You can become an expert on Narnia or Game of Thrones, but not in the same way. It is not quite the same.
Yeah.
You look at the number of books that have been written on Lord of the Rings, and there are hundreds and hundreds of books. Far more than what has been written on Narnia. This point not only speaks greatly to the accuracy of the show, adding to the prior point, but also highlights Howe's only known job, illustrating his map with Thomas Shippey. It could very well be that both of them, or at least Howe, were brought on for a consulting basis, or perhaps his services weren't needed. Again, there is so much that could have happened with his job, it is useless speculating. Brian Cogman was a writer from the popular TV series Game of Thrones, but left The Lord of the Rings on Prime very early on, kind of like Will Poulter. This is starting to
Interesting.
get fishy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surely I can't just explain away all of these things. Well, it turns out Cogman actually finished his job,
Oh.
and so left the show. It is also important to note that his bio on Twitter says consulting producer. Not only was he just a consultant, but he also would have probably taken this out of his bio if he was indeed fired. Next, rumor has it that several other producers have also left the show. If this is true, I haven't been able to find out any facts about it, and frankly, we have learned thus far that almost nothing is as it seems. To conclude this section of the video, I'd like to add that all of these cast and crew member changes are not only common, but very natural.
That's what I was
going
gonna say.
Process.
Wasn't there a lot of stuff like that in the old Lord of the Rings as well? Like, I heard the other day that Viggo Mortensen wasn't the first guy.
Some of this
Crazy,
stuff
right?
even happened with Viggo Mortensen's role of Aragorn. Lastly, will the Lord of the Rings on Prime be political?
This is the one I don't
When
get.
I say, quote, political, I mean it very loosely, denoting any controversial real-world topic. I get a lot of comments saying, for example,
What, Sauron's gonna spread COVID amongst Middle-earth or something? What the hell are they talking about?
that canonically male characters will be female characters in the show, or that the show will be, quote, woke. The best reference to all of this out of everything that we know is what Thomas Shippey said, that the Tolkien estate can veto whatever they would like, as long as it concerns Tolkien, which such a thing definitely would. There is no better argument against the show being political or inaccurate to the lore than this. Additionally, any changing of the characters would be met with heavy resistance, something which Amazon knows very well. So, if you are worried about the show being political, I implore you not to be. That's all
I
from
didn't
this
quite
video,
get that
so
one. I didn't
hope
quite
you
get that
enjoyed
part.
such a The best reference to all of this out of everything that we know is what Thomas Shippey said, that the Tolkien estate can veto of comments saying, for example, that canonically male characters will be female characters in the show.
Okay. Okay. There are so many female characters, though, right? Surely that isn't needed. Okay.
Show, or that the show will be, quote, woke.
That part I don't quite get. The show will be woke. Are they saying they're gonna add, like, kind of standing on eggshells here, but, like, different sexualities that maybe weren't in the book and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think what he means by that. Either or, I don't really see a giant problem there. Obviously, each to their own. And you know, if they just change a male to a female or a female to a male, that is kind of a big change, though. That one wouldn't make sense, right? So I don't think they'd do that. Now, if it's something like a tiny extra or something like that, then it should be fine. I also do feel a sneeze coming. Woo!
The best reference to all of this out of everything that I
Interesting.
enjoyed it. I did my best to remain free of bias, so if in any scenario what I said seemed out of place, that is probably why.
Good video.
Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content.
Really good video. I did enjoy that. Thank you. Brian Cogman has spoken out on Twitter about his job in Lord of the Rings since the making of a video. I mean, if it doesn't go extremely far from the story, I'll be happy enough. All I want is a good show. Good man. Good man. That's what I like to hear. Watch someone just hate on him. I think Lord of the Rings has some of nowadays politics. What do they mean with nowadays politics? Oh, God. Oh, well. Not sure. He went all out there. Well. So that's what they mean by nowadays politics. They're calling that politics? That's not politics. That's just humans. Like, this actually gave me a lot more confidence in the show. Nice. Helped ease a lot of my concerns. That's brilliant. Cautiously optimistic. That's a very good way of putting it. I didn't know the Tolkien estate had the ability to veto everything. After they wrote season 1 and 2, Shippy left. He may just be there for scriptwriters to pick his brain and stay true to the story. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is really interesting. Like I said, I'm optimistic. That all sounds great to me. Yeah. The only thing that annoyed me out of all that was that Will Poulter left. Yeah. But maybe he just didn't fit the role, or, you know, he had other things going anyway. So yeah. Yeah. Be sure to check out TolkienTube. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And don't forget what I mentioned about Amazon Prime. If you've got Amazon Prime, head on over to my Twitch Prime. Link will be in the description. And just subscribe. It's a completely free subscription. And it's a great way, I mean it, of supporting me. It'll help me, you know, get better microphones, because I need to get a better microphone. Get a XLR microphone and stuff like that. New camera. Anything I get from that will all go back to the channel. So, peace out. God bless. Thanks for being you. Thanks for all the support, guys. Really appreciate you. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's get into this quick tutorial. It's so simple, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys could do this if you are with Amazon Prime. All you need is a Twitch account and your Amazon Prime account. So if you haven't got a Twitch account, it's as easy as making a YouTube one. Go make one, and then Bob's your uncle. Go to Prime Gaming, If you don't already have Amazon Prime, select Try Prime. You know, you can do that. Basically, all you got to do is connect your Twitch account. You'll see it here when you go on your Amazon Prime. Select Confirm when you've got to link the accounts. And then that's it. Head on over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/OmarioRpg. Click the purple subscribe. Click the purple subscribe button, and you should now see a pop-up window with a variety of subscription options. Choose subscribe for free. So like I said here, as you can see, you can subscribe for a $5, but over here, it's for free with Amazon Prime. You may have thought I wasn't telling the truth, or I was being sneaky trying to make money. I'm not like that. It's an absolute free Twitch Prime. You've got it. Make sure you use it. That's all I'm saying. It cancels after 30 days, so don't worry about that. It doesn't renew like paid Twitch subscriptions. So just remember at the end of the month to carry on doing it once a month. Obviously, you don't have to do all the beginning part. You just carry on doing this. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll leave a link in the description on how to do it. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you've got Amazon Prime, please subscribe to my channel on Twitch. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's a great way of supporting me so I can get better microphones, better audio equipment, and better equipment all around. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.